So you're going to hear me talking about masculine and feminine, and I don't mean men and women. All of us have masculine and feminine energies, and usually one gets less attention than the other, and one screams out for more attention, and that manifests in the outer reflections. So for the people who are really masculine, whether you're in a woman's body or a man's body, if there's a lot of attack coming from the feminine and abuse, which definitely I can relate to this from my masculine, it's because your feminine is sitting there going, would you see me? Would you give me some attention? Right? It's like when I first really dropped in with my feminine after a long time of always holding space in my relationships, she was furious with me. She was like, you're gonna finally fucking hear what I want now? And she was just like dark goddess on me for about an hour, and I was running the energy through my body, and it was just like, you with your fucking practices, spiritual teacher, fucking bullshit. I need some fucking safety. I have feelings too. This is abusive. I don't like it. Stop doing this to me. And it was just like, I deserve happiness. And she was like, fucking. And then when I went back into my masculine, I'm like, you've got more. Go on, give it to me. Kick me, do whatever you want. And then she's like, boom, boom, and like, boof, boof. And he could take it. And then after that, it's like she went into her vulnerability, and she's just like, I feel so sad. I just want you to feel me. It's like, stop with your spiritual bypass fucking bullshit. I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. Can you please stop? Get me out of that. And then when I went into my mess, I'm like, yes, and just like scooped her up. And you know, there is that duality of the masculine and feminine that we're going to play with, and we're also going to go beyond the duality into the oneness that knows no separation at all, and that's completely at one. That's the atonement, at one-ment, right? So it's about really feeling this place where a very strong energy of witness and space holding and watching and focus and discipline and directness, that is the conscious masculine. It's also the divine masculine. So the conscious masculine, I'm going to give you a brief rundown. I will go more into it. Conscious masculine energy is, there's no hoo-ha, right? It's like they get the job done. There's rationality, there's logic, there's structure, there's organization, and there's focus. It's like a cock, you know, it penetrates. It's focused, it's hard, sometimes, soft sometimes. We'll go with the hard, right? So if you imagine a hard cock, it's like that same penetrative energy. And I want you to understand this, because Tantra in and out of the bedroom is exactly the same. If a man cannot hold a level of directness and awareness and penetrative energy out of the bedroom, he won't be able to hold it in the bedroom. And again, that's masculine in both of us. And then divine masculine is, it's like the divine masculine is completely faced the fear of death. And there is that spaciousness, nothingness, silence, stillness. So if you struggle with his practices, it probably means that you need to cultivate more masculine. Know that actually wherever your edge is, that's where the heart breaks open, right? And the practices that you do with me will be more a feminine style of the same thing, going beyond duality to get to oneness, but this is through the body, it's through intimacy, it's through feeling, it's through really experiencing what's possible when you're receptive and when you're surrendered, and when sexuality and creativity are not things that you do, but they are the very force which vibrates through your body, so that you're not just making love when you're making love, but you're making love to all of life, because you're circulating energy with it. You're in movement, you're in flow. The Shakti is sexual energy. Shakti is the feminine principle, Shiva is the masculine principle. And Shiva is stillness. Both equally as powerful. Both destroy the ego when they're conscious. So, you know, conscious feminine, or the feminine that you see more moving in the world, is very nurturing, loving, radiant, magnetic, receptive, surrendered, vulnerable, all those qualities that we love, playful, honest, authentic, loving, cuddly. And the divine feminine goes beyond the personality into the wisdom principle of the heart, where actually the heart is trusted beyond all else. And intuition, if you look at that word, it's like intuition, into my heart I go. It's like people say, oh, I want to develop my intuition. And they think it's this mental thing that happens. Everybody is intuitive. Just fall into your heart.